confirmed Bill Clinton did go to Epstein Island, which all these witnesses said they saw, where children were raped, were tortured. So Patrick Howley, who's been on this case for many, many years, is here with us right now to break down the latest developments. Patrick, thank you for joining us. Well, I wish this wasn't true. I hope it's not true. But I mean, certainly this is being looked at. Tell us exactly what's unfolding here.
Alex, this diary from Ashley Blazer Biden, the 39-year-old daughter of Joe Biden, has been in circulation. A very credible whistleblower who has done some great things gave it to me. This alleged diary, this reported diary, shows that Ashley Blazer Biden is going through a lot of trauma in her life as a result of what she thinks is molestation that happened to her as a child. She describes showers that she took with her father, Joe Biden, that were not appropriate. And in addition to a lot of other traumatic experiences, the author goes into great detail about those traumatic experiences of growing up as a Biden. And this is shocking. This is stunning. This presents a window into the mind of this family and of the Democrat candidate, Joe Biden. This is a case where the whistleblower called up Ashley Biden on tape and got confirmation that from her that this is indeed her diary. And that is the information that's been given to me. There's obviously a ton of institutional pressure in order to try to suppress this, but I don't respond to institutional pressure because I believe that the American people need to know about this family, and they need to know about the young woman who wrote this diary and what she alleges happened to her with her father.
Well, what we know is this. Joe Biden in public can't keep his hands off of women and children, and has said some really crass, disgusting things. He's involved with the Clintons that are serious sex predators. Then he's involved with Obama and John Podesta and Tony Podesta with all of their history. And then the Clintons with the thousands of missing Haitian children, Associated Press reports, Laura Silsby, the list goes on. And then you've got Jeffrey Epstein. And then you've got the NXIVM cult. You're one of the leading reporters who's broken, no exaggeration, is it over 100, 200? I don't know, Patrick, in the last 5-6 years about this group, other than Breitbart and maybe InfoWars. I mean, you've been the tip of the spear. Recap for people some of the background and why this just fits in to the MO that we continue to see from this group of people, and why there's so many reports of pedophilia. I mean, where there's smoke, a lot of smoke, there is fire.
Well, look, Alex, there is a very small club of elitists who rule our country, and they basically rule our world. And with what we saw with the NXIVM case, where, by the way, Kirsten Gillibrand, the sitting New York senator, her father was employed by the NXIVM cult. That's where he met Kirsten Gillibrand's stepmother, who is a member of the cult. And you hear about the satanic rituals that they were doing that were emulating human sacrifice. I spoke to the relatives of women who disappeared or died as a result of the NXIVM cult, which of course was illegally bundling money for Hillary Clinton. Claire Bronfman sentenced to prison just recently. And the close connections to the Clintons, they were communicating with the Clintons through their emissary from Arkansas, Richard Mays. When you look at what was going on with Epstein and Maxwell, and the Maxwell family and the Bronfman family very close over the years. In fact, 2 of Ghislaine Maxwell's nephews worked in the Obama-Biden administration, including one in the Obama-Biden White House, and including one in the State Department for Hillary Clinton overseeing the Middle East. When you look at Sarah Bronfman, who was involved in NXIVM and her role in sparking the Arab Spring and regime change in Libya, you begin to see the nexus of power and how this group of people, this cabal, this cult has been responsible for so much of the pain, so much of the heartache that humanity has been forced to endure, that has been inflicted on us over the last 10, 20 years. Joe Biden is an integral part of this club. He is one of the elites. And if you look at what's going on with Hunter Biden, And if you look at what's going on with this woman who our whistleblower has spoken to, Ashley Biden, who confirmed that she did in fact write this diary, and we're calling it the alleged diary at this time. And we have the entire copy of the diary. We know the location of the diary itself, the physical diary. We have a whole lot of tape recordings, and so it's going to be very, very difficult for the Biden campaign to try to move beyond this, because what we're seeing is a really sick culture within the Biden family. And when we have hostile, sinister foreign powers like the Chinese especially, who are trying to blackmail Americans and bring down this country by influencing politicians here, and you look at the baggage that Joe Biden is bringing potentially into the White House, you realize that we cannot have this man. America would be destroyed if this man could be blackmailed as easily as he can be blackmailed while he's sitting in the Oval Office.
Well, there's no doubt. And let's get into the diary itself, because you published most of it at nationalfile.com just